Evening, guys. So the struggle bus is real. We all know that. Sometimes things just happen in life, then life just throws you that curveball, and some might take you down a very dark path. Others might be just like a little fender bender, but regardless of what it is, struggle is real, and it's something that we all deal with. And so I wanted to come on tonight with you all and share with you some 5 tips that I've kind of dug into myself recently with everything that's been going on in my life. If you've been following my journey, you know that about a week ago we had to put one of our dogs down. He ended up having a form of cancer, and it was probably one of the most difficult things that we've had to make the decision to do. And so we've just been dealing with the grief and the sadness and everything that comes along with that. And today was one of the first days where I was just here at home by myself and just allowed myself to let my walls down and just had a moment of breakdown. And but from that, I also had some clarity and some release, and was able to purge a lot of emotion out. So I wanted to just, like I said, I have 5 tips to come and share with you all on how to overcome no matter what struggle you're feeling in life, or no matter what you're going through. And the first one that you have to start with is give yourself some compassion. One of the things I kept repeating to myself over and over this past week was, with grief, give yourself some grace. And that to me is, no matter what you're struggling with, give yourself some compassion, show yourself some love, allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, throw that pity party, fall on the floor, start crying, scream it out in a pillow, do whatever you need to do. Feel it, feel that emotion and allow it in, and just give yourself some time to truly feel what you're feeling. Because it's in those moments of release and truly feeling your emotions in whatever hardship you're dealing with that you'll come out feeling better. So whether it's journaling or no matter what it is, just give yourself some compassion. Love yourself for feeling the way that you feel. Validate yourself and choose to move on past that point. Like, compassion is allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling in that moment and then choosing to move on. The second step in dealing with struggle, and this is the one that I myself struggle with a little bit, is to be humble and ask for help. I'm not one to put myself out there on other people. Like, as a coach, I love helping people. I love extending my hand in service, but it's something that's hard for me to reach out for help. But that was something I did this morning. Whenever I was just so caught up in my emotions and what I was feeling, I went to my friends and my fellow coaches and spoke with them and asked for their guidance. I sought out other people that I know that have gone through what I am going through. So seek out somebody that has been through what you're going through and that you have seen come out better on the other side, or they've figured it out, and ask for their advice. Find somebody who can relate to you and somebody that is truly a good listener and that will offer you unconditional advice. Don't just go find somebody to listen and enable, like, the pity party or the sadness. Like, find somebody that's truly going to be there for you and ask for help. Because in doing that, you'll be amazed at what somebody else's words can do to help you move past your struggle. The third tip is to change your perspective and to rewrite your story. Like, one of the things that I heard today from one of my friends that I spoke to is she said, as hard as it may be, she's like, is what you're struggling with actually happening to you, or is it happening around you? And yes, while the loss of my dog is something that's happening to my family, it's also something that I can't control. As with most struggles, like whether you're having a struggle with your nutrition or a struggle at your job, is it something that's happening directly to you, or is it something that is within your just spectrum of life? Is it something that you can remove yourself? Is it an environmental issue? Like if you're struggling at work, can you transfer to a different place? Can you remove yourself from being around a certain person? And just, yeah, controlling your sense of the whole situation, like taking yourself out of the middle of the situation and taking a step back and changing your perspective to look at the whole on what's going on. And for me, that helped by being able to take a step back, and instead of just focusing on the pain of the situation, I was able to then shift the focus into the joy and the happiness behind everything. And I was able to rewrite the story instead of having that story constantly playing of like the sadness. I was able to, like I said, rewrite that story of one of happiness and joy. So definitely just think of the story that's going on through your head and rewrite it, put a spin on it, and see how that changes. The fourth step is to take responsibility for your emotions. One of the hardest things to realize is that the only thing in life that you truly have control over is yourself and the way that you react to situations. We can control our own emotions. Yes, situations and people can influence them, but in the end, it's our choice if we choose to live in that set of emotions. So if all we identify as is sadness or anger or grief, then that's what we're going to become, and that's where we're going to stay. So realizing that you do indeed have that control, and that no emotion is bad, no emotion isn't something that shouldn't be felt, but that after you feel it and you get it out of your system, that you have the choice to return back to normal, is absolutely empowering. The fact that you can choose happiness in any situation and find the positivity around you is wonderful. One of the coolest ideas and concepts that I heard today was to joy set. Like, we all know about goal setting, but I heard about joy setting, and that's where you purposefully set joyful goals in your life. So no matter how big or small, making sure that you're doing a daily activity that brings joy into your life. And then the last step in order to overcome any struggles or hardship is to, again, return to self-love, but then to extend your hand out to help others. Because once you've made it through a difficult situation, once you've learned how to deal with your emotions and return to a sense of self-love and happiness, paying that forward, offering your hand out in service to helping others is absolutely incredible too, because that's the amazing thing is as humans, we're all here together. We're all here to help one another. And to do that for someone else, or just to be there as their listening ear and their advice giver and their friend, is so much healing, not just for them, but for yourself as well. So, no matter what you're struggling with, because we all have them, we all get on that struggle bus every now and then, definitely, like I said, start with that compassion and just make a full circle back to self-love, and just learn that no matter what's going on, there's always a choice around you. There's always something different that you could be doing, and that no emotion is bad. Like, feel it, live it, and just take it in, but then bless and release it, and return to a state of happiness. Remember that everything that is going on, you have full control over it and how it affects you in your life. So I hope that this was able to help you tonight. I would definitely love to know, like, if you have any more steps on how you've overcome any certain struggles in your life. And definitely be sure to subscribe to my page too, because I would love to actually talk to y'all as you all hop on. Say hi, don't be afraid, because that's what I love going live, is to have full conversations with you all. And I hope you all just have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.